point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So here come the Falcons now to get the football for the first time.
They'll be led out by the 9th-year QB out of Eastern Illinois, author of 2 magical playoff runs in the last 3 seasons, Jimmy Garoppolo.
And his first pass is incomplete
against man coverage. But that time, the defense was up to the task, forcing the incompletion.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1. Garoppolo now. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But I think when they look at their offense,
throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Kittle. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And right side, they're going to go option here. And he'll get down to about the 26-yard line. He'll get 8 on the keeper there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try to keep your quarterback upright.
Calling no gain that time as it's going to leave them with a 3rd and about 3 to go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor.
A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
From the right hash, this from 48.
The kick by Bass is good.
And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
Here come the Bengals now to take over.
They'll be led out by the 7th overall pick back in 2018 from Wyoming, Josh Allen.
I remember when he came out of Wyoming, the big question mark, could he be accurate enough to be a star in the NFL? I think it's safe to say he's put all of us in our place and put those doubts to rest. He can roll out and run it. He can bomb it over your heads. Everything in between. He is an absolute nightmare for defenses to try and prepare for him. And when he's on, he's an MVP caliber player each and every time he takes the field.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. To the air, Allen. Able to find Willis. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
26 big yards on that one. It's another first down.
To the shotgun snap to Allen.
That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. The Bengals at 6-0. What a start to the season for them. And they have certainly got it rolling as of late. Winners of 6 in a row.
And I think this is where, as a head coach, you show your team some trust. Instead of just talking about winning, the very next game, you point out to them, we're on a nice run here. And if we keep doing this, we'll be playing at home in the postseason. And we know that could ride us all the way to the Super Bowl if we get that done.
Operating from the red zone now. Allen buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. Here's Allen. Over the middle, complete. It's Willis. And the Bengals are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Well, no question, this is exactly how they wanted to start this football game. And nice pass there. Now they're set up beautifully, Charles, to finish this off with a touchdown.
Yeah, but they've still got to finish it off, partner, and that means they've got to execute at this stage of the field. So we've seen many teams march it right to the goal line and not cash in. They've got something dialed up here that puts it in the end zone.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Here's Allen to throw it. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown. Malik Willis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes it a 7-point lead. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it ends with the Bengals score. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. So for the second time in this one, we get set to see the Falcons offense. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that. They weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
On second down, it's Taylor. Oh, nice move. 9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down. Second quarter now, Falcon football. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Again, it's Taylor. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bottling him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On 3rd and 10, they go flying past the marker and get nearly 40 yards. So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But this defense gets 2 more stops. They can keep them out of that area.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And he'll just get rid
with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
The kick by Bass is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession.
Last series, the ball never hit the ground. 6 of 6, touchdown pass, so whatever he did then, do it again, right?
Yeah, it reminds me a lot of when I watch the best quarterbacks throw 7-on-7 or even routes versus air. They're accurate. The receivers catch it. The ball never touches the ground. Or if you want to take it to basketball, a well-executed fast break, right? Pass, pass, pass. Finish at the rim, basket. Yeah, ball never hits the ground there either.
From midfield, here's Allen. Throw left side complete. That's Willis. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. Boy, 30 more yards and another first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Touchdown, Bengals. Malik Willis with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. What a first half he is compiling here. He's already over 100 yards receiving and now 2 touchdowns seeding.
Randy, you know I don't like to play the game where you start projecting when you're a certain point. Let's face it, he's off to a tremendous start. So 200 yards, 4 touchdowns. I don't think anything's out of the question right now. He's blowing up coverages. You've got to double him every snap. Otherwise, he's going to defeat you on almost every play.
And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. They've been settling quite a bit. They've been able to move the football some, but they've just been settling. That's one of the reasons they're down on the scoreboard.
I love that word you picked, settling, because nowadays in this NFL, you're thinking touchdown almost every drive because everything's so high-powered. Yeah, you'll take the field goal, but you always feel like you're leaving points out there when you don't put it in the end zone.
They'll be trying to put it in the end zone here on this drive. And he'll power his way up near the 25. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Garoppolo.
This will be swung out wide for Taylor. And he'll be run down right at the 30 here.
They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And the Bengals will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory.
And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Well, this offense looks like they have a little extra pep in their step as they take the field here for drive number 3. Because remember, Charles, drives 1 and 2 both ended in the end zone.
Yeah, right now they've just got to be careful not to lean into overconfidence because every drive has a life of its own. But I like the way that they've started, the way that they're going about doing things right now. They've got a chance for that 3rd consecutive touchdown, and that would be a crushing blow to the defense.
Meanwhile, Allen's throw brought in by Watson. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. To throw, it's Allen. Got it. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Falcons grab it. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case wide receiver, you got to be careful.
You certainly do, because there is a phrase in today's football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch. Well, it's after you do that where the trouble begins, right? Meaning you've tucked it away, you're trying to get downfield, but someone's always coming up trying to rake at the ball and knock it free.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Rush coming, and he's taken down. The corner blitz gets there as he goes down for a loss of 7. They tried to go with a little play action there, but nobody on the defensive side bit.
Yeah, they adjusted in time and in a big way and ultimately got the sack. On offense, sometimes you're running play action just to set up a certain blocking technique. In this case, none of it worked.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Garoppolo.
Oh, he catches it off the tip. It wasn't even intended for him. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball across the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with first.
And it'll be intercepted.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
And he will bring it back.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Back onto the field comes this offense led by George Kittle, sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going on with their offense. Kind of like that timepiece you wear on your wrist. You know, that good stuff. Got to knock that off somehow. Chip away at that timing. Change things up a little bit and make them go to other things and make them do those things better.
Yeah, try to make them uncomfortable. Not many teams have been able to do that so far this year. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Working from the gun, Garoppolo.
And that is incomplete. Unbelievable. Hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck.
And the Bengals take over 1st and 10. The Bengals going to take over late in this first half. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room.
Over the middle, complete. It's Willis. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Throwing now is Allen. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Chris Watkins.
As the first half is winding down.
And the Bengals are able to add to their first half lead. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring. And another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate how explosive teams are. This team is truly trying to score every snap, especially with those new plays at any size. And a big story like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Falcons going to get one more drive here in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. From the 31, Garoppolo, Isaiah McKenzie hauling it in. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo to throw.
That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant.
Yeah, he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
The kick by Bass is good.
And that will do it for this first half.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. So here are the Bengals set to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. Allen going to throw.
He'll find Etienne out of the backfield.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Allen.
Throw over the middle, he finds Williams. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Allen. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. Allen now looks to throw. Steps away. And that is caught. He's got it for a Bengal touchdown.
Malik Willis.
A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Bengals take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. McPherson now for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. And it's finished off with a Cincinnati touchdown.
From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21.
So we get set to start this third quarter. Here's the Falcons offense now.
Well, CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Garoppolo looks to throw.
A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes.
They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
On to punt for Atlanta. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Josh Allen leads the offense out for their next possession. And the numbers for the last drive, and he was perfect, which maybe isn't surprising because he has not missed a pass in this game yet.
And it lets you know just how precise things have to be for a quarterback to be perfect, because that means the line's blocking really well. No one's dropping any of the passes thrown to them, and the quarterback is accurate. It's almost like a pitcher throwing a no-hitter or a perfect game, isn't it? He's the principal guy, but he needs a lot of help.
Time to find out if he can keep that perfect game going here, partner. Allen again here on 2nd and 10.
They'll get this out to the flat for ETN.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Well, you and I, partner, we got the plum assignment this week. An unbeaten team against a one-loss team. Really not much separating these two entering play here today.
Not much at all, and I think for both coaches, they've looked at their team and said, guys, you got to know what you're getting into in this one, and you better be ready to go, because you get to answer the big question of the day. Are we as good as we think we are? We're about to find out.
And again, it's Allen. So this is caught by Williams. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
3 yards remain for 2nd down.
Now Allen. Able to find Willis. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material.
Here's Allen. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamison Williams,
28 yards.
and the Bengals just continue to roll. On the other side right now, it's just absolute dejection. But Charles, let's focus on the positive. The lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent, and they flowed into this game and it carried over. And right now, I'm expecting them to back off. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Here we go. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Meanwhile, Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Renfro. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Garoppolo again.
Back to Renfro again, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdown to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But a nice game there for a 1st down.
Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Kittle. And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. They'll run here with Taylor.
now in Cincinnati. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
It's a jet sweep. This is Renfro.
And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 2, now third down. Now Garoppolo.
Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's fourth down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They go for it on fourth and goal, but that winds up incomplete. They had the play call on fourth and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And the Bengals will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs, the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
Yeah, if you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, giving him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Allen. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. The one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Allen to throw once more. And this one is incomplete.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
He's got this complete to Williams. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Here's Allen to throw it. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly will have some explaining to do.
So the fourth down conversion has him inside the 40 now, 1st and 10.
Now Allen again. Throw caught there by Willis. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Operating from the red zone now. Allen.
Goes right back where he's been going all game. It's Williams.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left. Throwing now is Allen. take this into the end zone for Bengal TD. Josh Allen taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Bengals add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to a big lead.
After the and we see James, he will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Atlanta now coming out on the field.
Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat.
On first down, Garoppolo. He sets to fire deep, and that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Garoppolo. He finds his man, complete. That's McKenzie. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Garoppolo on first down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. To throw is Garoppolo. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's McKenzie. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 15, but they still need it a little bit more. 4th down.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Jamison Williams out onto the field as his guys take over on offense.
They might want to nip something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
Has over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. Allen now looks to throw. Finding Williams once more, complete.
And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Allen got his man complete over the middle. It's Willis. And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 18. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That's going to be caught.
And the Bengals are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left. And again, it's Allen. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. So Allen's going to look to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Another touchdown here in the fourth quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball. And sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And we see James. He will not return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. He finds Taylor. Complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Now, this is certainly one of the bigger losses that we are going to see for quite some time. And you have to think at this point where we're at in the fourth quarter with how wide this advantage is. For this offense, they're just trying to end things with a positive drive and then get the heck out of here.
Yeah, if this had been a concert, you would have heard plenty of sour notes.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
An extra point by Bass, up and good.
As they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard. But they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And they're going to hurry back to the line now.
And Allen is actually going to throw it here. Throw over the middle. He finds Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. And that is incomplete.
Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That pass and incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And here now come the Falcons.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
As this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high.